Annyeong! We are One to Sarang.
Your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Ang daming kilig every
Oh
time
my
we
God.
see drama.
We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa tawanan at kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
If you like this episode, please rate the podcast 5 stars, 6 and take your dome. This podcast is a member of Bun Collective.
Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTV Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. So yun, recently, nag-announce si AEW ng panibagong agreements para makapag-broadcast sila ng kanilang shows in some specific countries. So, yeah. So, we're writing the notes right now. So, yeah. Today, Friday, we're recording this episode on a Friday. AEW released a PR when they are confirming the news that AEW in Australia, New Zealand, and Pacific Islands will be televised on ESPN. So ESPN, alam naman natin na it's very WWE promotion or company. No? But yeah, AEW just signed a exclusive broadcasting deal para ma-air yung lahat ng AEW shows and pay-per-views exclusively on ESPN. Here in the Philippines, thank God, we have Fight TV kasi si TAP is airing the shows every Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Premier Sports and their pay-per-views live on their channels and on Fight TV. Thank God we have that. Thankful ako kasi meron tayong meron tayong platform that we can watch AEW pay-per-views live. Hindi nga lang on demand, pero yeah, hindi na ako magre-react na 179. Makapanood na tayo ng AEW pay-per-views. Hindi na ako magko-complain doon. It's 179 per month. No. So, if you're going to subscribe on March next month, makukuha mo yung AEW Revolution, yung dalawang UFC na pay-per-views, 285 and 286, tsaka yung, of course, the weekly shows of WWE, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, live, no? Makukuha mo rin siya in one package if ang pagpapanooran mo is on Tap Go. Kasi si Tap Go may subscription for 179 a month. Hindi na masama yun. Diba? 179 is pretty cheap if tatanungin nyo ako. And magbayad naman kayo ng subscription. Sobrang mura na ng subscription na yun sa Tap Go. It's only 179. Again, hindi ako nagpo-promote kasi hindi naman ako sponsor or sponsored. Pero Tap, baka naman. Ayun, so our question of the week. Ayun, so mention lang natin mabilis yung ating question of the week. We are going to answer this question by the end of today's episode of the podcast. Pagka tinakil na natin. No? So, if i-reform ang toxic attraction, sino-sino yung dapat na maging members? Ano? Sino yung magiging new set of members? Mamaya pag-uusapan natin yon when we discussed the split up of the toxic attraction. So, yes, we're here on the podcast. Welcome to the show. And we discussed, yes, the new broadcasting deal na sinay ng AEW in Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands. Of course, they're rivaling the Binge Australia broadcasting deal kasi yun, malaking deal yun sa Australia and their wrestling scene kasi naka-exclusive na sa Binge yung lahat ng WWE shows in Australia. It's a streaming platform. So basically, they closed their WWE network and sobrang big deal nun sa Australian wrestling scene. And big change yun. Kasi ando na lahat. Yung wrestling pay-per-views, premium live events, at saka yung weekly shows andun din sa Kayo Sports tsaka sa Binge, the streaming platform. So today's podcast, we are going to have our official review for NXT Vengeance Day. Plus, i-discuss din natin yung fallout ng Vengeance Day. Basically, we're going to discuss ano pa ba? Basically, the fallout. Then, magpapodcast tayo. Na-discuss na natin yung na-discuss na natin yung sa Australia. And many, many more. We're going to discuss that and more on this week's podcast. Wala naman tayong special topics. No? Kaya most likely, hindi tayo makakabot ng 1 oras. So, thank God. So, let's start the show with the results of the NXT Vengeance Day. So, nangyari siya last Sunday. Wala tayong broadcast. Obviously, fuck Disney Plus. Very unfortunate. And yun na nga. Ayun, sobrang disappointing kasi wala tayong broadcast dito. So, we have to deal with illegal ways. And lang naman. So, we're going to do the recap of the happenings on NXT Vengeance Day. Again, na-post ko na yung aking initial thoughts on our Patreon. So, if you want to check that out, you can join our Patreon for $1 or $2. Basically, you can read our thoughts and our text content on Patreon. And syempre, meron tayong Discord community. Pwede kayong makasali sa ating mga discussions here on the podcast. That's only $1 or $2. Stay safe or stay Reso tiers. Soon, magkakaroon tayo ng iba pang tiers. I-discuss ko pa yon in coming weeks. Okay, so results of NXT Vengeance Day. Nangyari siya last Sunday. Obviously, we don't have the broadcast din. Very sad. Okay, so here's the recap. So Wesley defeated Dijak for the NXT North American Championship. Then, here's a shocker. Kiana James and Fallon Henley defeated the champions Katana Chance and Kaden Carter for the NXT Tag Team titles in the women's division. So, Carmelo Hayes defeated Apollo Crews in a 2 out of 3 falls match. 2-0. Yeah, it's very surprising, but I'm not surprised in the second half. So, yun. Gallows defeated Pretty Deadly, Chase U, and the New Day in a 4-way match for the NXT Tag Team titles. Roxanne Perez defeated Gigi Dolin and JC Jane in a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. And the main event, Braun Breaker defeated Grayson Waller in a steel cage match for the NXT Championship. So yun, we're going to give our thoughts on this PLE. Yeah. So ito yung thoughts ko. So first match of the night was the North American title between Wesley and Dijak. Yeah, that was a pretty solid matchup. Man, ito, minus the interruption of the Don, Tony D, tsaka ni Stacks, that was a solid match. I swear to God. I know si Dijak di siya mananalo easily kay Wes kasi si Wes kilala naman natin. Si Wes, hindi yan mananalo ng madali kay Dijak. I swear. But thanks to that interruption by Tony D and Stacks, Wesley got the win, and that was a pretty solid matchup. You need to watch it. I swear to God, you guys need to watch it. And itong storytelling between Dijak and Tony D is still continuous. Yes, ito yung naging continuation niya. And Wesley is just a paper para magtuloy-tuloy yung storyline nila. And I'm still hoping though, sinabi ko na to sa Patreon ko, na at Stand and Deliver, we need a fucking ladder match for the North American title. Wesley, obviously, the champion, will be there. I would love to see Wesley, di ko tanda yung lineup ko, doon sa Patreon ko. So Wesley, si Dijak, si Tony D, maybe Tyler Bate, Axiom, Jinder Mahal would be great on that ladder match for the North American title. If gagawin nila yon, that will be great for Stand and Deliver next month or April. Next month, April pa pala. So yun, that will be great if magbobook sila ng ladder match for the NXT North American title. And yeah, that was a solid match for the opener of this PLE. Then let's move on to the Kiana James and Fallon Henley beating Carter and Chance. Alam nyo, totoo lang, hindi ako nag-expect ng title change dito. Obviously, Kiana and Fallon Henley are not friends. Hindi sila nagkakasundo at all. This storyline, papuntang Vengeance Day, hindi talaga sila magkasundo eh. Then, pero ang objective nila on this match alone is to win, obviously. Hindi sila nagkakasundo, as in. Ultimo doon sa match itself, hindi sila nagkasundo. Hindi sila nagkasundo. O yan, nagtatagdag na nga lang sila basta-basta. Hindi pa rin sila magkasundo. Ayun, the ending here was very cheating way thanks to Kiana James. She helped Kiana, or she helped Fallon Henley na malagay yung foot niya sa ropes. She took the advantage and they walked out as the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Hindi naman obvious na mas naano nila yung story. Yeah, I got the story. I love how they're running the story right now. Mamaya di-discuss ko yung iba. But the story here is basically si Kiana may gusto dun sa dalawang cowboys. And Fallon Henley is basically stopping them from doing that. And hindi pa rin sila magkasundo even though doon sa post NXT Vengeance the episode ng NXT, hindi pa rin sila magkasundo. Dinidiscuss nila yung panalo and yung how she won the match. Hindi pa rin sila magkasundo. Yeah, it's funny. But it works. Parang it reminds me of, ano bang stable to? The Bar. Yan, The Bar. The Bar na nga lang. Mas appropriate yun. Yung naalala nyo yung nanaluan The Bar, hindi pa rin magkasundo si Cesaro at si Sheamus nun. Almost, ganito ang nangyari sa tandem nila Kiana James and Fallon Henley. Pero ang assumption ko pa rin dito, hindi magbabago. Sinabi ko na to a few episodes ago, hindi magbabago yung assumption ko that this feud will lead in a mixed tag match. Hindi siya magbabago for now. Kasi nandun pa rin tayo sa vision na yon. It's very obvious at this point that this feud might lead to a Briggs and Jensen split up. Then eventually malulose yung belts. Hindi obviously sa 2KC kasi ewan ko, di ko talaga matrapan yung raid nila. And yeah. Ayun, I would love to see sino nga ito? Sila Ayla Dawn and Alba Fire winning the tag titles at least kahit ilang araw lang. Yeah. I would love to see those two gaining the titles and basically dominating the show. Yeah. Then, let's go to this 2 out of 3 falls match. So, the first half of this match, sinabi ko naman sa Patreon na to, that was fun. That was fun as hell. When Hayes pinned Cruz 1-0, ayos yun eh. Maganda yung yung flow ng match na yun. I love it. I pretty love how they booked this whole damn thing. It's very takeover work the match. No? Basically, the first 3 matches of this card is pretty takeover worthy. No? We can build a fucking takeover just on these 3 matches. Then, second fall. Alam mo ba si Dabakito, si Aziz, kung ano yung pangalan niya. Kung ano yung pangalan na ginamit niya. So, he used Dabakito. And, he tripped Trick Williams. Medyo nag-wordplay ako doon. He tripped Trick Williams on that Baku. I think that's on side of the ring. Basta yun. He tripped Trick Williams and then he helped Apollo Crews to gain the pin but hindi niya tinulungan, hindi niya sinave si Apollo Crews with the final finish of the match. And then, ayun, si Daba, andun lang siya sa side, spurking at Apollo Crews. Then basically, Melo did his signature finisher, yung in diving stomp, something like that. Then he got the win. Alam mo yun, hindi ka gulat-gulat sa akin na naging invisible contenders match na ito. Kasi si Melo is signing for or gunning, mali pala yung term ko. Melo is gunning for the NXT title for weeks now. And Apollo is gunning for NXT title. And basically on with this win, nasemento na agad yung advantage ni Melo to get on the position as the number 1 contender for the NXT championship. And after of the match, obviously, we have this post-match assault by Dabakito and he attacked Apollo Crews with a double chokeslam powerbomb through a chair. And we don't have that explanation until Wednesday. Dabakito said that ayun, so may sinabi si Apollo and Apollo Crews knows why Dabakito attacked him at takeover. That's basically the explanation. And we don't got the explanation for now. Mamaya malalaman natin. Then, Gallows defeated Pretty Deadly, Chase U, and New Day in a 4-way for the NXT Tag Titles. So I'm glad to see New Day losing the belts. Sinabi ko yun on record. I'm glad to see them lose the belts because number 1, New Day doesn't need the belts in the first place. But to be fair, marketing the shows on Bench kasi for the past few weeks, New Day is marketing WWE on Bench Australia with the tag title. So it's very obvious that they're marketing shit on Bench. No? And then ito. So I'm glad they got the final pin of this match. I'm glad that they got the final pin. I'm expecting for Chase U, but Gallows is very obvious at this point that they're going to get the titles and the win. Ito yung interesting part. So if Gallows is feuding with Pretty Deadly and medyo nag-silent face turn na rin kasi ang Gallows kasi they're going to feud Pretty Deadly next. So, kasi de facto, face versus heel ito. Hindi siya pwede maging heel versus heel. No? So, in this case, Gallows turned faces doon sa post Vengeance Day episode of NXT. And they're staring against Pretty Deadly, aka Corbin Sad Boys 2.0. But yeah, yun. It's gonna be good. That was a pretty good match. Not bad. But at least New Day is no longer tag champions. I'm good at it. Then, so we have Roxanne Perez beating Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. So basically, it's a glorified three-way match or 2-on-1 handicap match with Gigi and JC Jane gambanging Roxanne Perez. And andito na nagmi-miscommunication na yung toxic attraction dito. And basically, nagtapos siya tomorrow. Kinabukasan sa NXT. Mamaya, discuss natin. So, Roxanne getting the pin by pushing Gigi to a table, then crashing to the table. Then, she pop rocks JC Jane to the canvas from the top rope, and she got the win thanks on that pop rocks. Yun lang. That was a great match. Hindi ko masasabing maganda. As in, sakto lang to. As in, this is a sakto match na I can rate 3. As far as I know, I rated this match 3. Yun lang. Sakto lang siya sa akin. Wala akong ganong complaint. I'm happy to see Roxy getting the title. And I'm happy to see Toxic Attraction grow pa. Kahit mag-singles competition na rin silang dalawa. I'm happy for both members of Toxic Attraction. We will discuss more later. Braun Breaker beating Grayson Waller in a last-minute change. Pinfalls or submissions only steel cage match. Yes, the steel cage match was set for Vengeance Day a month ago, but the stipulation was revealed just almost an hour before Vengeance Day. So yeah, may sense siya. May sense siya na falls or submissions lang. Kasi they explained the whole thing naman, and Grayson Waller won the title technically by disqualification on NXT New Year's Eve. So may sense na they're going to set this thing up in a falls or submissions only steel cage match. So may sense to sa akin. Then the match itself, it's basically Grayson Waller escaping the second half of the match, but hindi siya maka-escape. And he was speared by Braun Breaker back-to-back to get the win. And ito, sabihin ko sa inyo, at this point, ako lang ba yung nagsasawa na sa reign ni Braun Breaker? We want something new on NXT. Sawa na ako dito, man. I want something new from NXT. Like, at least give the belt to Melo. That's the higher right now. Yan na yung pinakamataas na ideya na kaya ko ibigay. Give the fucking belt to Carmelo Hayes and promote Braun Breaker on the main roster. That would be great. And also, Carmelo Hayes can elevate the prestigiousness of the NXT Championship once he hold the belt. Diba? Malaking bagay yun sa kanya. And ano pa ba? Yung iba pang matches on the card, basically ito lang. Sorry. So ito, kung susumahin natin tong buong NXT card na ito, I can give this a 3/5 overall kasi I think this whole pay-per-view delivered. No? Itong PLE na to nag-deliver naman, nag-exceed naman siya sa buong expectations ko. Except of course on the main event is given. Yung kay Roxy, medyo hindi ako nag-expect na it's gonna be a fun, chaotic three-way talaga instead of your glorified two-way triple threat handicap match. But yeah, that was a fun this is a fun takeover. Kung tatanungin nyo ako, this is a really good PLE for NXT. Still hoping though na ma-restore na rin yung NXT takeover name kasi it's long overdue at this point. And yeah, that is a pretty solid NXT Vengeance Day. PLE. Di na siya masama. I'm not saying it's the worst PLE. Sinabi ko na to on the Patreon review. So kung from bell to bell, I can say this is the second best takeover or PLE of the second generation or this generation of NXT. Yeah. Siyempre yung una, War Games. War Games 2021. Because ang ganda ng booking nila sa War Games 2021. Women's and Men's War Games 2021. That was a solid War Games. And I can put this on second. Kasi from top to bottom, sobrang solid. Even the filler matches like yung kina Kiana and Fallon, man, I'm so entertained with the feud and the match itself. It's so entertaining. And yeah, if you're asking me, sana mas maganda pa dito yung mangyari sa Stand and Deliver. And then that will be great. Kaso madaling araw na naman yung Stand and Deliver, madaling araw na naman. I don't think I will watch this PLE again. Dalaan na ako. Okay, so our review for the Patreon subscribers, pwede nyo siya mabasa sa ating Patreon, patreon.com/the MTG Showpod. Of course, that's a podcast pre-review of NXT Vengeance Day. You can read that for free for first 3 days. Probably today, naka-close na yan for subscribers. And you can join our Patreon para mabasa nyo din lahat ng ating articles on our Patreon. So, patreon.com/the MTG Showpod. So, yun lang ang ating NXT Vengeance Day thoughts here on the podcast. We will take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about now the WWE programming pa. And or of course, the Elimination Chamber updates. Kasi marami ng progress on the upcoming PLE next week. And we were going to talk about that and more when we come back on the podcast. Let's check our bunkmates on Bunk Collective.
Cinephiles is back, now in season 4.
For real?
For real.
Cinephiles is a film review podcast made by self-proclaimed cinephiles.
For self-proclaimed film lovers. Or kahit hindi, you do you, boo.
So come visit our cinema lobby when you can and listen to our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast.
Sales, profit, and engagement na naman ang usapan. Hey guys, Matt and Lance here. Corporate guys rin kami at pagod na rin kami sa ganyang usapang office. Ibahin naman natin ang mga kausap natin. Listen to guests from careers beyond the corporate scene with the Project Offbeat Career Podcast. Imagine talking to historians, gamers, teachers, and the like on how they live differently and succeed in their unconventional careers. Baka sakali, ito naman ang sign to pursue your passions. Kita-kits sa Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube.
Okay, yun. So welcome back to the podcast. Yeah, so this is another episode of the show. Yeah. So ito, let's discuss things first. Ayan. So let's start with the Elimination Chamber update. So easy. Wait lang, easy muna tayo. Mabilis kasi pag-usapan din natin yung kay Jerry the King Lawler. May pag-usapan din natin later on. Na. So, magkaroon tayo ng mga qualifying matches for Elimination Chamber from SmackDown to Raw, no? So, we have a 4-way on SmackDown between Shotzi, Selena Vega, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler. It's very obvious that Natty will get the win. Natalya will get the win since She's from Canada. Ito na naman tayo sa mga mga hometown na 'to, eh. And mamaya pag-usapan pa natin yung isa pang hometown boy who will get a title shot at a championship. Pag-usapan natin. So, Natalia got the last slot basically for the for the number one contendership for the NXT. Ano naman tayo sa NXT? Ayun, so she will be inserted to the Elimination Chamber match with the winner will face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at Elimination Chamber PLE. Then on Raw, we have this four-way between Candice LeRae, so Minchin Mayhem, they're calling her Minchin Mayhem or Minchin. Then Carmella and Piper Niven, man, they're building something to Piper Niven. I swear to God, Piper Niven stole the whole damn match. And Carmella got the win. Yeah, I love this new Carmella. This Carmella, feeling ko komportable ako on this gimmick ni Carmella as Princess of Staten Island. Plus, she's a face, so it's a fact that she's comfortable. Komportable siya doon sa character na yun. So, I'm good at it. I love it. Then, so here's the field for the whole Elimination Chamber match for the Bianca Belair's Championship at WrestleMania. So, Raquel Rodriguez, Nikki ASH or Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Natalia, and Carmella. This field basically signs for something. I want Liv to win, but I don't think Liv will win. I don't think Raquel will win, but I think Raquel will win. Asuka definitely needs to win, not because of her branding, but I think there's something they haven't did on Asuka, and hindi pa napaglalaban si Asuka at si Bianca. So, Asuka versus Bianca will be great. Bianca versus Asuka, or Bianca versus Asuka, Bianca versus Liv, and Bianca Raquel. All of them will be great for WrestleMania this year. Pero feeling ko may Asuka to or Liv. Let's go to Raw. Yung counterpart sa men's EC. So, it's a US title EC match. So, Montez Ford defeated Elias, and Angelo Dawkins was defeated by Damian Priest para makompleto na yung EC. So, here's the field. Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Montez Ford, and Damian Priest. So, that's the whole field for the upcoming Elimination Chamber match for the United States title at the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, but I'm still complaining on why we're getting this EC instead of Gunter EC. Gunter EC would be better on paper, in my opinion, at least for my case. No? At least for my case, that would be better than Austin Theory defending the US title in a EC match. Yun. So, that would be fun, to be honest, but I didn't like the idea talaga of Austin Theory defending the US title in an EC match. Then, let's continue on Raw recap. So, let's do a Raw recap here. So, namilipad na yung papers ko. So, yeah. So, Edge and Beth Phoenix appeared on the top hour of Raw. Then, they challenged Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor to a mixed tag match at Elimination Chamber. Well, I didn't like the idea because why we're giving random feuds on Rhea Ripley? Automatic winner na to eh. Automatic na siyang may feud for WrestleMania. Why not the singles match between Balor and Edge? Diba? Mas maganda yun. Kasi mas mag-make sense siya. Kasi they're the ones feuding. Kaso, putang ina, pumasok din si Beth Phoenix. Wala na siyang ano, as in continuation na lang ito eh. Formality continuation na lang ito eh. So medyo ang labo niya na. Parang nawawala na siya ng saysay. Aside dun sa fact that yung October feud between Judgment Day and Edge, medyo nangungupas na sa akin. Magiging maganda lang ito if Rey Mysterio will interrupt the whole match and he will attack Dominic Mysterio. And yun na nga, magko-continuation na yung build towards their feud at WrestleMania. Then, so Baron Corbin was defeated again. Yeah. That's depressing. Then JBL backstage abandoned Baron Corbin. So, ang hindi ko maintindihan on this Baron Corbin thing, is Baron Corbin the problem here? Kasi hindi siya mabigyan ng matinong booking. I don't know, to be honest. Kung si Corbin ba yung may problema, o I think we're just looking for new problems here. Corbin is fine with his badass gimmick. Not with this gimmick. This gimmick is trash. Ang pangit ng gimmick na to eh. Straight up na eh. Ang pangit eh. Yung gimmick niya ng huli, yung clown, ang pangit lalo nun eh. Ayun, so pag-usapan natin kung pangit na pangit ang gimmick. Edi kung ito pangit. Edi ito lalo pangit. Ang labo, di ba? And yeah, we're getting another shit gimmick thanks to this Baron Corbin bullshit, and we're getting another bullshit gimmick. That's disappointing if you're asking. And you guys are go with this? This is just nuts. And ang pangit niya eh. Ang pangit nga ng booking nila eh. Paano pa tayo magkakaroon ng maganda-gandang booking doon? Diba? So, ang tanong ngayon, si Corbin ba ang problema o yung creative na? So, if we're directing the creative thing, edi technically, de facto, is Triple H the problem? No. Hindi eh. Kung siya yung problema, then, pucha, bahala ka na dyan sa buhay mo. Ganun lang yun. Parang, they don't like the direction na binibigay sa kanya. And we're getting this thing up. Diba? If the idea is to get this Colossus gimmick, which is bullshit, my point of view, then, where we're getting this feud in the first place? And kine-question natin tong buong bagay na ito. Kasi it doesn't make sense. Kasi sobrang basura na nung booking. Tapos pumatong-patong pa eh. Nagkahalo-halo na. Yung, mag-timeline nga tayo. Where's the last time Corbin was irrelevant? Or Corbin is irrelevant? Okay, rundown niya nga sa akin. Kasi on the last time Corbin was relevant, he defeated Roman Reigns. And now, we're just running a circus. Diba? Corbin, I swear to God, man, if Corbin has the best gimmick, kung nasusut siya sa magandang gimmick, he would be a world champion right now. So, the question here is, who has the problem here? Corbin doesn't have the problem. Because, kaya naman niya eh. He can do anything. But, who has the problem now? Yun ang hindi natin ma-question. Diba? I swear, he doesn't have the problem now. Unless, if he has the problem now, well, it's not my problem now. It's simple. Pero nababasa naman natin down the line, Corbin will get his redemption arc. And I don't think it will end soon. For now, it's just sad for Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin, or Constable Corbin. Whatever Corbin it is. It's still disappointing that we're still getting this bullshit on Baron Corbin. Man, Corbin deserves better. And Corbin definitely deserves better booking. And I'm just sad on what we're seeing on Happy Corbin right now. He deserves it. He deserves a second chance. Like, book him in a better feud. Diba? Like, book him in a proper feud. Sa tingin natin, magtutugma sa kanya. Kung hindi pa rin siya mabook ng maganda, o kung hindi pa rin siya mabook ng seryoso, di, alam mo na, sa kanya talaga yung problema. Diba? Sa kanya na yung problema. Okay. So, nagkamali ako ng pindot. Kung ganun lang din, kung hindi siya talaga mabook ng seryoso, o hindi siya mabook ng ganyan ka serious, and then, wala na sa kanya yung problema. Wala na sa booking ang problema. Nasa kanya na talaga yung problema nun. Simple lang naman ang fix kay Corbin eh. Bigyan niya siya ng serious na storyline. O hindi yung ganito, na sobrang labo. No? Bigyan niya siya ng seryosong story na sa tingin natin magugustuhan ng tao. To be fair, people liked the Sad Boy Corbin run. And yeah, that was fun while it lasts. Now, we're getting this constable bullshit. And tapos ito ngayon, tong Circus Corbin na ito, tsaka tong mayaman na Happy Corbin, ang labo eh. Parang from bad to worst or to worst. Putang ina. I can't take this guy anymore. The only thing would take this guy seriously is if bibigyan siya ng matinong character na absolute badass. Hindi itong ass. Literal na tubong. Okay, let's continue the whole thing with the Chelsea Green storyline. Yeah, I love the Chelsea Green storyline here on the show. Sinabi ko na to last week and I will say this again. This current storyline is working on Chelsea Green's paper. Yeah, this is one of my favorite storylines so far. Then, so we have this Cody Rhodes promo and Paul Heyman promo. And yeah, man, I'm impressed of this promo. They're basically plotting the real plots for the main event of WrestleMania 39, 38, 39. 39 nga. I'm sorry, I lost account. Pero, I'm good with this plotting early. I'm good on WWE plotting the gauntlet for this Cody main event with Roman Reigns. However, here's the problem. They're building up another plot on SmackDown on Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. They're building that up for EC next week. If they're plotting this up and na obvious na nga na natalo sa Sami, they're basically waste Sami Zayn's chance for the world title. I swear, man, they just waste Sami Zayn and his chance for the world title. Pero let's face it, Sami Zayn doesn't have the guts or I don't think he has the chance to be the world champion right now. Especially if itatap mo siya, Roman Reigns. Bahala ka dyan, sir. Okay, let's continue with the promo. The promo was fun. Eto, may isa pa tayong question dito eh. Why we're still getting the Becky Bianca thing? Becky Bailey thing. I thought this ended last week. Sorry, I lost the count on this. I thought this feud will end today on this week's episode of Pro. But most likely we're getting a continuation of this book crap. Why we're getting an extension of this crap with Hall of Famers on it? So basically, the rumors right now, it's a 3 or 6 woman tag with Lita, Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch versus the whole Damage Control. First question, for what? Where are we getting this? Why we're getting for what ano makukuha natin dito? Aside from the cheap pops for Trish, it's very given. Why we're getting this stuff? I'm tired of this, man. Fuck with this. I'm fucking tired with this. Get this out of my fucking screen. I'm sick of this. Uh, I'm tired of Bailey Bianca feuding since SummerSlam. And still, we're getting this feud for Elimination Chamber? Is WWE nuts right now? Is Vince McMahon still booking this shit out? Come on, man. We need we need fresh feuds for WrestleMania, not this garbage for WrestleMania. We need something new for WrestleMania, for fuck's sake. And we're still getting garbage. Man. Come on. Don't disappoint us. We deserve better. We deserve better feuds for WrestleMania. So, be speaking of better feuds, let's talk about this thing real quick. So, Brock Lesnar asked Bobby Lashley for a fight at Elimination Chamber. Di nila pinalipas ng Mania. So, obviously, we're getting 2 matches at Mania for sure. So, Bobby Lashley considered the thing, but he didn't answer that straight up. So, Brock Lesnar F5'd him 2 times. And then, wala pa rin akong answers. So, most likely, next week, on the broadcast, we're going to get a contract signing. I'm not going to smash my table again. We're going to get a contract signing for next week's Raw between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Do you guys think nalalabas na ang Hurt Business dito? No for now. I have to say no for now. At least MVP, yes. Buong business, hindi. Simple as that. Hindi pa clear sa atin if Bobby is a face. Hindi pa clear sa atin is Brock a heel now? Hindi. Parang Brock is a Brock. Basically, he's a face or heel, whatever. The people will cheer for him. If Lashley is a face or heel, everyone will cheer for him. Diba? See? We don't know the difference now. Especially the match will take place on Brock's hometown. At least for now. That will favor him more. But I'm tired with this. Let's roll the whole thing. Let's continue with the SmackDown thoughts now. So Ricochet and Braun Strowman defeated Imperium in the finals of the SmackDown Tag Team Title Tournament. Na with them getting the shots on the Usos next this week on SmackDown. But we don't know where's Jey Uso. We don't know where's Jey Uso. Then on this whole episode of SmackDown, Roman is looking for Jey. But unfortunately for them, they didn't got Jey Uso. On this whole end of the broadcast, wala sila nakuha Jey Uso. They didn't get the Uso. They didn't get the Uso. But it's not their problem. It's not my problem anymore. And so we have banger matches from the program. So that triangle was great. That triangle. The Sonya Deville versus Charlotte Flair from this week's SmackDown was fun. Yeah, I'm given on Charlotte getting the win. But this is a solid match, straight up. Then the main event, final segment of the show, Roman basically addressed the bloodline situation. And he said everyone nowadays are just wanted attention, or they're looking for attention, so that's why they're joining bloodline. And Sami attacked him from behind. Then he spared Roman Reigns. And the 3-on-1 advantage came up. And we don't get Jey Uso until the end of the broadcast. It's even. We don't got Jey Uso until the end. Or even both Ricochet and Braun Strowman. For whatever reason it is. Hindi natin nakuha yun. So, Sami challenged Roman Reigns for an easy match. for the easy match. For the titles, nga pala, de facto nga pala unified yun. And title defense will take place at the Elimination Chamber, so I'm okay with this. Pero magpakatotoo na nga tayo. Like what I said few episodes ago, Roman Reigns will defend the title against Cody and Cody only. And Cody is the only one who capable to beat Roman Reigns for the belt. Don't tell me na nagpapatawanan tayo dito that Sami Zayn has a chance for debating for debating Sami Zayn. Fucking nuts. Roman Reigns is the only guy who owns the chance of beating Cody Rhodes or beating on the other way around. I don't think Roman Reigns should lose to Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber. It's just dumb. Nalilito na ako. But still, it will remain the same. Roman Reigns should beat Sami Zayn at the EC. Then, Cody beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, night 1 or night 2, whatever that is. Probably Saturday yun. Most likely Sunday. Then, yun lang naman for me. I don't see Roman, Sami headlining WrestleMania. And it doesn't make sense. Kung gusto nyo mabatista si Cody, edi bigay nyo. But I don't see the sense of it. Kasi wala siyang sense. At all. Wala. Wala siyang sense. Diba? Okay. So, continue natin with the NXT Fallout. Pag-usapan na natin yon in the third half. Okay. So, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Fallout of Vengeance Day. Plus, we're going to talk about AEW on our third half. Then, answer natin yung ating question of the week. Yan. So, we're going to take our short break. Let's check our bunkmates on Bunk Collective.
Naguulat mula sa shore na kasing pretty ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters
of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers.
Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love stories.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you. Let's go.
Picture this. Two guys talking about true crime,
weird mysteries,
horror stories.
But the conversation is light,
mostly funny,
and sometimes naughty.
This is Scriptsalog,
a Spotify exclusive.
I'm Gideon.
And I'm Glenn. And we're serving huge portions of horror and true crime twice a week.
We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied.
And you'll be begging for more.
Char.
Check us out.
This is Scriptsalog, available exclusively on Spotify.
Okay. So, welcome back to the show. Naalala ko tuloy kanina. Ito So, first thing, we're going to send our prayers pala kay Jerry Lawler. So, he got another stroke. Buti hindi na siya nag-work through WWE, no? But, we're sending our prayers to Jerry Lawler for his recovery. So, magre-recover siya ulit from his stroke. So, dito siya makikita on the commentary booth or the kick-off show starting easy. Probably Mania din. Di siya mag-work ng Mania for sure. But yeah, let's send our prayers to Jerry Lawler for his recovery. Okay. Continue now with NXT, the fallout of the Vengeance Day. Carmelo Hayes challenged Braun Strowman officially. Then we don't have Braun on this week's episode. So sad. Then JD McDonough appeared on the broadcast and challenged Carmelo Hayes on the show. Hindi clear sa akin if Melo turned face officially. Hindi siya clear. Kasi still heel to heel, but they're cheering Melo more. Right? Hindi naman kasi nagmamatter sa NXT if you're a face or if you're a heel. Pero they're cheering more for Melo, as far as I know. But that was a fun match. I swear to God. Unfortunately, Carmelo Hayes defeated JD McDonough. And then Ilya Dragunov returned to the show and he chased JD McDonough out of the arena. Then ayun. So Stark was defeated by Sol Ruka. Hindi. Mali pala ako. Reverse. So Stark defeated Sol Ruka. Then Dante Chen was defeated by Dabakito. Dabakito competed for the first time since he attacked Apollo Cruz from Vengeance Day. Then they cemented the partnership of Isla Dawn and Alba Fire by beating Tatum Paxley. And ayun na nga, magkasama na sila, nagkasundo na nga sila eh. Parang walang nangyari. Then ito, medyo interesting pa rin sa akin yung storyline kay Valentina Feroz on her getting a win. Yeah, medyo interesting pa din siya sa akin. Ang tanong ko na lang is, paano niya makukuha yung first win niya? It should be against Electra Lopez. Medyo questionable pa sa akin. But yeah, let's see on the coming weeks if kung ano yung i-build nilang story doon. Then, Pretty Deadly defeated Chase U and medyo nag-umpisa na yung cracks to the school. I hope it's not. I hope that it's not for now. Then, main event. Ding Dong Hello. Ito, yung Ding Dong Hello was featured Toxic Attraction and basically they're argued throughout the show. They arrived separately but they arrived together in the ring. Then we got this basically a Shawn Michaels reboot. Yeah. So basically we got this Shawn Michaels reboot of the attack. JC Jane is the one who act like Shawn Michaels here. She super kicked Gigi Dolan. She throwed her to the door. Alternative to the window. Obviously they're not going to do that. Then she kicked Gigi literally in the head. So yeah, that was hard if you ask me. Then on Twitter, after of the broadcast, Gigi showed her face. Man, that was nasty if you're asking. Parang hindi siya dugo. Yeah, hindi siya dugoan pero ang daming dugo nun. 'Di ba? Yeah. We wanted to do that. I think we're going to get a rubber match, probably at Stand and Deliver anytime soon. Or maybe in an NXT episode. But I want them to set this thing up for a big show like Stand and Deliver. May tiwala naman ako kay Shawn Michaels. So, yeah. We will get the rubber match eventually at Stand and Deliver. Then, yeah, that will be great. They're friends and they're now enemies. Then, let's go to AEW now. So, I have a lot of frustrations towards AEW now. So, mag-continue nga tayo with the bad times. Bad times muna tayo. So, as far as I know, Saraya and Tony Storm are now heels. But why they are acting like fucking morons right now? man. Let's straight nga dito. Maging straight nga tayo dito. Is Tony Khan coking again right now? Nagko-coke na naman ba si Tony Khan? I swear to God, Tony Khan. Man. Tony Khan coked his whole thing. Kino-coke niya lang to eh. So, ang random na eh. Ang random na masyado nung feud na to. And hindi na ako natutuwa. The turn, it's not fun at all. I don't see this thing will go down on their favor. Parang I felt that they're forced at this point. I don't like the story. I don't have any faith on this story. Bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. I will watch this thing closely. Habang sinasabi ko na talaga na I don't have any faith on this storyline. I watch this closely. My improvement, I will say this to all of you. But For now, I would say suko na ako. I'm tired with this. I'm tired with this feud. I want something new. And sadyang boring lang talaga tong run na to ni Sari and ni Tony Storm. I swear to God. I hate it. I hate it. Then, Ataro change a card on the show. So, Ass Boys, the Guns, defeated the Acclaimed in a gusty way. So, to win the tag titles. Man, everyone was shocked. Everyone is chanting bullshit at the end of the broadcast. Unfortunately, they censored it. Everyone was shocked. Like, holy fuck. We didn't expect this outcome at all. And do you think, guys, this is a good decision? Obviously not. Unless FTR will win the tag titles eventually. Yun lang ang faith ko dito. Yun lang. Wala akong faith sa... wala pa rin akong faith sa Ass Boys. Kasi hindi naman sila worth it for the titles. And I don't think they deserve it in the first place. I don't think they deserve it in the first place. So why I should answer this question? Ba't kailangan ko pa ito sagutin? Diba? But yeah, we got two banger matches. I don't need to explain it. Just watch it. So we got MJF versus Takeshita. That was a fun match. Brian Danielson versus Rush. That was a fun segment too. Both of them are fun matches as well. Bleeding is just on their veins. Eh, yeah. Hindi siya maganda para sa akin. Yun na ang problema ko. Then, ayun. So, buti naman bumawi yung Trios Tag Titles match between the Elite and Top Light and AR Fox. That was a fun match, by the way. I swear, almost this whole AEW Dynamite was great. Hindi lang talaga ako fan ng bleeding, man. I swear to God. Bleeding is one of the options or reasons why I'm turning my shit out of AEW. But yeah, MJF is still mid. I'm still not impressed on him being world champion. I didn't like the promo. Unahan ko na kayo. Baka magtanong kayo sa akin. And I didn't like what he did on Takeshita. Well, yeah. I know I'm getting worked out. But for it, I don't like this run so far. I don't like this run as AEW champion so far. Okay. Let's answer the question now. If I like this... Ito. Answering ko na yung question ko. So, if i-reform ang Toxic Attraction, sino-sino yun dapat maging members? So, pwede ko sabihin Scarlett, then Carmella, Selena Vega would be great too. Tapos, pwede din naman siguro Diona, Steph Delander would be great too. And, yun, marami akong options. Hindi ko na maalala isa-isa. Maybe Tiffany Stratton would be great. Toxic Attraction too. If she wants to, pero may sarili siyang identity. I think, yeah, it will make sense too. But she can wrestle. I swear to God, she can wrestle. But yeah, I'm okay with those two. Carmella, Selena Vega, and Scarlett. That would be great. Taya kasi, si Taya, naisip ko, but Taya is too sexy for Toxic Attraction. Diona Purrazzo is too sexy for Toxic Attraction. I swear to God. But yeah, that's it for our podcast. So, by the way, let's mention our picks of the week last week on the podcast. So, Sami Zayn is our superstar of the week. Then, Roxanne Perez is our woman of the week de facto. Then, the match of the week, obviously, the Wesley versus Dijak from NXT Vengeance Day for the North American title. So, yun, you can follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms at the MTG Show Pod. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/at the MTG Show Pod. You can subscribe on our Patreon, of course, for our discussions and our exclusive content and our Discord discussions over on Patreon. Patreon.com/the TG Show Pod. Of course, you can subscribe as well on Gank. And we're uploading exclusive content on Gank as well. And yan, you can access to our subscriber-only content, review content, yan, everything. Plus perks coming soon on our Patreon and Gang community. And yan, you can join our discussions, of course. For more podcasts, of course, please support our Bunk Collective team. And for all of the Bunk Collective shows, visit our website, thebunkph.com, and our socials at thebunkph. Our Discord server is on description below. You can join our community. And for Bunk Collective, dsc.gg/bunk. Our podcast, of course, is available on all of the social and podcast platforms. Please rate the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcast. 5 stars, 6 on Tokyo Dome. All of the links is available on our linktr, linktr.ee/the MTA Show Podcast. And please follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AG Pinera. Please support MWF for their upcoming tapings on March 5 sa Playground in Quezon City. Ayun, so they have tapings, they have shows, Family Feud, uploaded na on demand on GMA. Then Sabado, Eyewitness. If you want to watch Eyewitness, yeah, panoorin nyo yun, Eyewitness, featuring some MWF talents sharing their experience and their life as pro wrestlers. And also, please support FPW for their upcoming title tournament na mag-uumpisa on their FPW Astig tapings. And yun, so first FPW show with storylines. So that will be great on February 19 as well at the Power Mac and Makati. Also, please support our friends in Kayfabe Cafe and the rest of the roster, MWFF, tsaka yung World Underground Wrestling, and on their upcoming Card Fest, at tsaka yung Elimination Chamber Watch Party. So yun, Dexicon? I think it's Dexicon. Hindi ko tanda yung pangalan. I think that's Dexicon. Dexicon pa o Dexicon? Whatever. Please support them. All of the details will be mentioned on their respective platforms. Please check that out in Quezon City for their event. This is a card event. I swear to God, this is a card event. Hindi ko lang matandaan ko ang pangalan ng event. I think I mentioned it correctly. So yun. The mic is cutting off. Nagka-cut off na ako. So, my mic is cutting me off. Yes. So, yeah, that's it for our podcast this week. Stay safe. Stay resto. I swear, this mic is gonna cut me off. Ayun, stay safe, stay resto. See you on the next episode of the podcast. We're out. Bye-bye.